Hey guys, I'm RiggyRob, and welcome back to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. So, last time we went into the Abyssal Woods, and this is an area where you cannot have torrents. So we kind of went all the way down, we beat an NPC that had the madding hand, so we have that weapon. Found a church ruins, went all the way on this side, and we end up going into Midra's Manse, the Lord of Frenzied Flame. So we went through the whole manse, defeated Midra, and before that we finished off the finger ruins of Mir, and we fought Meta, the Mother of Fingers, and we got a couple of spells, a couple of items, things like that. Most interestingly enough is the fact that the robe that you get, the High Priest robe, can be altered into this, the finger robe, and as you can tell, it's got fingers all over it. Because Ymir loved his fingers quite a bit. Robe of Count Ymir, High Priest. The front is open, exposing the squirming fingers beneath. This robe is the image of his fervent desire having broken free, laying bare his greatest wish, and wearing it enhances finger sorceries. I will be the true mother, and my fingers will grant us redemption. So, good for finger sorceries, of course. I still like the look of the finite set, so I'm going to keep that on for now. In the meantime, since last time, you can see I've put some icons on. I did go exploring in the Abyssal Woods. It is very empty. There are a couple of things to find. So there's like cookbooks, and I believe there are like maybe a Erdtree fragment, stuff like that. I'll have a quick check now. So yeah, we got the Great Sword of Damnation from the boss. So yeah, Erdtree fragment. Man's Craftsman's Cookbook gives you Frenzy Flame Pot. Turns out, the Winter Lanterns are not Winter Lanterns. They're called Aging Untouchable. I think that's the name, right? A talisman depicting the exaltation of the Aging Untouchable, whose head resembles a sprig of ripe grapes. Raises attack power when madness is triggered in the vicinity. Gift your madness to our Lord. Bless our brethren with grapes. Take care that they fully ripen. So generally, combat against those Aging Untouchables is not recommended. You can't damage them unless you parry them, and the clue for doing that is in the Torn Diary page. I touched him but only once. When he thrust his staff in my face, I brushed it aside. I parried him. It was then that I touched him, the Aging Untouchable. So yeah, that's something that I looked up, because I was like, I don't know what the Torn Diary is about, but yeah, it's you have to parry them to be able to do damage to them. And they are permanent deaths. So this one is from the one closest to the church. The other ones just give you swollen grapes. And yeah, you can craft with them, I guess. Also picked up another cookbook for the Frenzy Flame Pot Hefty version. And then I went kind of looking around for other cookbook stuff, because I was like, I'm missing some of these. So this one is in fact around the Cerulean Coast, which is here. So I can take this marker off. I can take, that was a cookbook, that was a fragment, this was a cookbook as well, something like that. There was also a place for, I forget what it was exactly, but there was something else regarding a potentate's cookbook. Oh yeah, the rock pot. So for this, it was all the way in here. So when I got to that area where I hit a dead end and I couldn't platform up, the reason why you would platform down is to get the cookbook, which is on top of a rock here. So I'm going to take that off now as well. I think there were some other things as well. Basically, the goal for today is to finish off a couple of things that I have seen but not fully explored. Ancient Ruins of Ra is one thing, so that's why we've got a couple of markers there. But I actually didn't realize this. I had missed a Site of Grace just from Leda, which is why we're here. And I also kind of looked up where to get to here, because I was like, well, we didn't use the imbued sword key teleporter to get here. Turns out there is actually a path that will let you go there. But yeah, so we are going to carry on going to that Site of Grace that I've just found. And I believe it leads into a fort. So you've kind of got Castle Ensis as the main fort you go to. But then there's Fort of Reprimand on the right, and there's another fort on the left. I don't know what the name of it is, actually, but What I'm assuming is it's very similar to the Fort of Reprimand, so there'll probably be a Black Knight boss. Because it would be a bit weird if they only had one boss there. Like one version of the Black Knight as the boss. So yeah, so we got a Sight of Grace here. And I think... well, I got very foggy all of a sudden. In fact, because of that, I am actually going to set it to be daytime. Because no point playing through where I can't see stuff, right? Past time, morning. I forget if this actually makes fog go away. And it doesn't seem like it does, but at least it's daytime now. So yeah, so... I think it's this bit specifically. Because I went over here. I was like, oh wow, there's an item down there. But we want to go this side, because it's on the other side of the waterfall. Also, another thing about waterfall specifically. So the message for Dryleaf Dane, I'll find my center in a cascade. Is this the thing we need? Maybe? Kind of expecting there to be a ladder. I will find my center under the cascading waters, or whatever the message was. Turns out that's where we got the Dryleaf set, the armor set. So, yeah, Dryleaf Dane, haven't found him yet. So I'm not sure where he'll be or turn up. And we can summon. Okay, that's good, because it means... oh, Stake of Marika too. Alright. Fog Rift 4. Well, that makes sense, actually, because we are next to the Fog Rift Catacombs. So it's a bit weird that they didn't show up on the map before, but I guess you have to actively enter the Fog Rift Catacombs to get in here. Okay. Well, to be fair, I forget if we picked up any ashes. Like, there's Finger Creeper ashes, which we tried using against Meta, but didn't really work out because you kind of have to stay in the vicinity of the Finger Creeper to get the healing, which is not great, obviously. Yeah, fire arrows. I wonder what they're trying to do. Yeah, I thought so. I have tried out Gravitational Missile. So this does kind of feel like a PvP spell. As in, what it does is it staggers enemies, sucks them in, and then explodes. So it's meant more for PvP than it is for fighting normal enemies. But it is cool. Like, I really like it. The look of it, like, it's okay damage-wise. Not fantastic, but it's alright. But, yeah. I like it, it's good. And I was actually missing a slot, so I can always switch off it onto the good stuff. So far, nothing is really outpacing Adula's Moonblade in terms of sheer damage output. And casting time as well is the other thing. Is like being able to cast Adula's Moonblade so quickly and chain them together means it's really good for clearing out stuff. So yeah, so as you can probably tell, a bit busy during the in-between time. I'm glad that didn't explode. Thank you, Nick. Ooh, Messmer Soldier Helm. And a Blessed Bone Shard, okay. Illusory Wall? No, okay. Yes, when we went into Midra's Manse, we did in fact find out that the painting of Midra and Nanaya is an illusory wall. And yeah, I just went back and forth a couple of times. Oh, there's the Potentate's couplet, okay. Yeah, I think I was missing like... well, obviously I was missing number 3. But, yeah. Didn't realise that it was here. But yeah, I spent a bit of time wandering around Midra's Manse, not really knowing where to go, and just... Margit's Shackle remains an incredibly useful item for general exploration. Is this a kick down thing? No, it's a descend thing. Okay, well, carry on going this way then. I have to say, it does feel a lot more fun clearing out... oh, yeah, Black Knight Gary. Okay, then. Alright, let's see. Can you get staggered by Microcosm? I think so, right? Ah, yeah. So they got knocked down. So they should be so weird. It makes sense actually, because the frogs do have like fire breath. But we didn't actually see the tongue attacks at all. Yeah, okay. Maybe there wasn't as much to this as I thought there was. Alright, well. Yeah, 80,000 runes. And a black steel great shield. I thought I already had one of those. Ooh, a chest. Smithing stones. Oh yeah, that's the same as the Fort of Reprimand. There was a chest around there that was just smithing stones too. Yeah. Okay, well, fair enough. Little mini thing. Please don't explode. Yeah, I knew you were there. I got the flasks back. Somber smithing stone as well. Okay. Fair enough. Gigantic barrel explosions. Just lying in wait. Yeah, it's very fun to kind of clear out areas like this with a friend, so I'm glad they let you summon in. Because the summoning pools are one thing, but actually being able to summon in ashes is another. Also, going through the area where Midra's Manse is, turns out... Wait, do you actually get to this from a different direction? No, you can't do, right? Flamethrowers. The reason why Torrent is afraid and will not come out is just because of the fact that there's Frenzy Flame in the area. There is not a gigantic Winter Lantern to kill, or an aging untouchable Brain of Mensis, let's say. When I was walking into the Sunbeams, I was just getting seen by an aging untouchable. It didn't have anything to do with, you know, a gigantic thing to stop it from happening. So as a result, you can't use Torrent at all in that area. Which makes exploring it very awkward, because it means you're doing it entirely on foot. What's in here? Smithing stones and a chest. Alright. So if this chest has a talisman, this is probably the end of the area. Serpent flail. Ooh, okay. Not a talisman, but a weapon. A flail with coiled snakes for bludgeoning heads. Fire roars within the snakes' bodies, inflicting horrible burns. Some of Messmer's armies used these flails to burn Hornsent, to brand them with agony and fear. Unique skill, Flare, O Serpent. Ignites a flame inside the snakes, temporarily powering flame attacks. Once ignited, strong attacks and other moves that strike the ground will cause an explosion. 24 dex. Unfortunate. Acquisition. Scroll to the top. So yeah, fire flail is quite nice. Oh, hang on. Oh no, it does fire damage. Yeah, yeah. And then you try and do a special skill. Nothing happens. We can try it out just because we have a talisman that lets us raise dexterity. Oh yeah, so it just ignites it. There's nothing else with it, right? Strong attacks, yeah. That's nice. Oh, hang on, it's like the boom hammer. You ignite it and then explode it. But you have to do it every single time. Okay, well that makes sense. Cool. Alright. I think we can safely say that that has been checked off the list then. So yeah, just a small little thing that I hadn't actually done. Still kind of baffled about this area though. Like, if we teleport back up, I still don't think it's actually possible to jump across. Yeah, it's a big flat area. Ah, and there's it looks like a mausoleum actually. Yeah, there must be another way of getting to that. That isn't, like, jumping across. I suppose I didn't look to see if there was a little, like, alcove to go into there. But yeah. Oh! Spirit Spring! Is that what it is? It's jump up here. Right, okay, well, that makes things a bit simpler then. Okay, well, we will do that in a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and do Cerulean Coast West as well. Because it's one of those things where the game is so big, and the DLC is so big, that if you don't, like, specifically make a note of things to come back to, you will forget about them. Like, I've forgotten that I hadn't actually done Cerulean Coast properly for that island. But when it's not exactly clear how to go somewhere and what to do, that leads you to just, like, well, ignoring it. And that's like what happened in the main game, is there were some bosses and some areas that we didn't actually fight, because we were kind of like moving on past to the good stuff. But so I believe it is down here. So yeah, you can see there's the tree where the guy sits at, and there's the thing that's looking at, and yeah, just didn't look down at the right angle, I guess. So let's go ahead and put that on. And looks like it's another couple of drops. That looks like death, though. Maybe not. Just a foggy hole. Alright. Let's try going this way first, on the assumption that, yeah, it's not actually going further towards the area that we want to go to. Traps. Somber smithing stone core. So that's an interesting point about where does this actually go, if it's not going to go to... Oh, dogs? Oh, you're a person. Okay. I'll have to get rid of the person, but the dog's fine. Oh, is this... Yeah, this is the coffin ship thing that we couldn't figure out how to get to. Great Grave Glove War. Yeah, because I was like, well, that is one I can get to. And is this one I can drop down from above? And it's no, that's too high. So yeah, there we go. We've figured that out. Well, that's nice. It feels good to, like, close off loose ends. Plus it means we can start going in the other direction. Yeah, just give me 3 runes, 3 runes. It takes 300,000 or close enough for a level up now. So I might, if there is a Site of Grace as we go through here, stop to level up there. You just shadow people? Yeah. Okay. Dun-dun. It's kind of wild that the solution to the player not being able to swim is to just make an underground tunnel. Oh. Alright. Lobsters. Crab eggs. Interesting. So, funnily enough, usually, fighting lobsters, not worth it. But Adula's Moonblade makes it worth it. Did you drop anything special? Strip of white flesh. So, no. Alright. Switch back to... I am also very glad I figured out that two-handing the torch on horseback means that you actually get the light going. Unfortunately, there's not a way to, like, lift the torch up. You kind of force it into attacking if you want to raise it up above your head or something like that. Okay. We're here. Right. I have a feeling you're going to start attacking me, so I'm probably going to try and take you out. do that much damage, actually. There we go. Crab eggs! Okay, so... yeah, the island isn't that big. I'll leave the other crab be. Because I can always run away from it. And have to make sure that I don't get too close to the edge, because that is just instant death. There's no kind of like saving yourself if you get like a little bit of a coyote time. Just not a thing in this game. Okay, so nothing on the bottom level there. Let's go around. Yeah, let's go to the small mound first, because obviously the bigger mound has the structure. I'm assuming it's a mausoleum, because they've tended it to be mausoleum when they're that small. Yeah, that thing. Aha, item. Perfumed oil of Ranah. A small bottle wrapped in a bright red cloth filled with flammable perfume oil. Uses FP to spout flames forward. The dancers of Ranah keep these concealed as they dance, marking their height of their passion with an explosion of searing flame and sweet, enticing scents. It's a reusable item. Interesting. And yeah, that's the cookbook that we picked up as well. Reusable item. Oh, that's quite nice. Just a nice flame effect. Cool. The fact that it's a reusable item as well, like they don't force you into making it a craftable thing. Because so far, I think we've had like, what, 30 cookbooks? There's been at least like 14 of the potentate ones, and then there's been like a couple of the other versions, like Egon's had 2, and St. Trina's got 3, and so on. So I'm glad they didn't make it so that you had to craft that over and over again. There are a few like items like that, like the Omen Ben and the there's a couple other things like the thing that rings a bell to sends a spirit as a reusable item. It's quite nice. Yeah, Steak America. So summoning pool is now functional. No sight of grace actually, but I suppose it doesn't matter because we're doing the mausoleum. All right, in we go. Dancer of Ranah. Well, that makes sense. Stagger chains? Yeah, stagger chains. Just don't give them an opportunity to do their perfume bottle stuff. Alright, stand when we come back though. Let's go back. Yeah. I'll take that. There's the perfume stuff. Oh hey, it's thingy. Dancer of the Boreal Valley. But without the special sword effects. Darkness and light. One more. Not enough FP. Alright, tell you what, let's get a look at what you actually do. Because I feel like I've almost killed you too quickly. Like, they've got a nice armor set. Twin sword moveset. The attack doesn't go through shields, but it does a lot of stamina damage if you chain them all together. And then they do that. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I do those Moonblades too good. Oh, they're not dead. That was weird. Totally thought they'd done enough damage for that. Enemy felled. 80,000 runes. Dancing Blade of Ranah, Dancer's hood, dress, bracer, and trousers. You get the entire set. Dancing Blade of Ranah. Decorative swords ablaze with impassioned red, a pair of weapons made to be wielded in both hands, used by the Dancers of Ranah. Strikes enemies with a dancing assault while executing a strong attack. Unique skill is Unending Dance, a furious dance performed by a succession of slashing attacks. Hold the button down to sustain the dance for as long as stamina allows. And it is, of course, a dex weapon, curved sword. B-scaling as well. And we might as well put on the equipment as well. Bright red hood of the Ranah dancers enhances the power of dancing attacks. The dance of Ranah is one of the burning passion, and the most passionate dancers never allow their fiery dance to end, losing even their names as they dance on. To see the passion fade is to see the dancer's flame extinguished. So, bright red dress of the Ranah dancers, dancing attacks. So, same description. Designed to protect the sword-wielding hand. And then... yeah. Very nice. So, yeah. Two-handed curved sword moveset, which is nice. And then, yeah, you get the spin attacks with the R2s. Oh, so L1 doesn't actually do anything. Okay. And then you do L2. So technically, it's not just for as long as stamina allows, it's as long as FP allows, because there's no stamina being taken here. So you just get to dance forever. Yeah. This would look better if I was a female character rather than a male one, but yeah, that's cool. I like that. Very nice. Okay. Back to our manly set, the finite set. I think it was something else in terms of greaves. Was it solitude? Sure, why not? And take that off as well. Cool. Alright, well. Done and done. So, I think what I said is that I'm going to go and do the bottom level. But we'll see if we can get this spirit spring and see if it goes up to this mausoleum here, actually. So, over here.